everybody. My name is Dan and I'm here with Mao as we talk about building in the Cryptoverse. It is the Cryptoverse Summer Playfest. It's kicking off today, and now is time to learn how to build with Mao, our star lead developer. Hi, Mao. How's it going, buddy?
Hello, Dan. All good. How are you?
I'm so good, and thank you so much for being here and showing us this today. I know everybody's going to get a lot out of it. So, what I'd love you to do now is show us how the building tool works, what you can build, and just give us a sense of what's new and some of the buttons as well that may have changed since the last Cryptoverse playtest.
For sure. The first thing that you need to do is find an area where you can build. They are usually marked with a green outline. For example, I'm here in the main TVD area, and this one in particular is red at the moment. But all this area is for the public to be able to build. So you can see if I get out. I can show you here. It says public builder area. So this area here, you can choose to build. And if you press B, you go to building mode. And you can see that we have grid mode off and placement single. And then if I press T, you open the menu for the, remember all this is work in progress, right? So everything is gonna change. So for now we have this menu. So for the building mode, you can click and drag from the menu, for example, a cube or a cylinder or some basic shapes that we have. We also added in furniture like things like beds. So there's these three types of beds, or you have some armchair. So basically what I'm doing here is taking from the inventory that you can open with T, different elements that we have populated. This list is just gonna grow and grow and grow. So I can take some chairs, some floor lamps, some rocks, and so on. If you use the mouse middle wheel, you can scroll through the different items, and if you press T, you can turn off the inventory menu, and now you're in placement mode. So if I scroll, as you can see, you can swap between the elements that I chose already. And for example, say you want to put this lamp, you need to find an area where you can place it, right? Like you cannot place it if the character is in the middle of the placement. But if you find a place, like let's say I want to place it right there, I just click where I want to place it and press the left mouse button. So for example, I placed a lamp there, but I can place, for example, a bed here, something like that. And I can place, I don't know, let's say some armchair here, somewhere there. So like this, we can start building a apartment, for example, maybe a rock. So if I want to put a rock, I'll put it here. If you want to rotate elements, what you need to do is you press shift and then the middle mouse wheel. So you're rotating elements, right? So for example, I want a rock, but rotate it in this axis. So I can put it here, click, you already have like the basic start of something. Let's add a table for, so why not? We put a table somewhere here. All right. So I place those elements. There is another mode that if you go to materials, you can change the color of the basic things. This still, like I said, work in progress, right? I'm gonna put, for example, red, green, and blue, and I'm gonna add some cubes. So with T again, you get out of the inventory mode, and then I'm gonna place some cubes. So for example, I'm gonna explain these other features here. If I press G, now you can see that the grid mode is on. So basically what this is, from free placement, is changing to grid snapping. So now the cube is gonna snap to the grid, and I can put one, and then I can put another one, and I can put another one. But this is the long route. If you wanna do a bunch of cubes in a line, what you need to do is go from placement mode from single to line. So for that, you need to press tab, and now the placement mode is in line. So I can start again, and let's say I want to make a line that goes from this position. So basically you click and you start the line, and then you click and you stop the line. So you just did a long line there, right? So this is how you can create, for example, the house or walls or whatever you need. So I painted this, but basically what we're doing is an array of cubes. So if I change now from the cube placement to material, and now I'm in paint mode. So now I can change the color of the cubes. There are, for example, all of these can be blue, and I want to make this all green here until there, and then I want to make this one's red here and leave those white, right? Another thing that I need to explain is how to erase. So all of these are single cubes placed on a line. But if I want to make an entry here and erase some cubes in the middle, all you have to do is point and then press the right mouse button, and you are erasing, right? So I can make an entry here. So this is the basics of the placement mode. Um, There is one more thing, the rotation axis. So, for example, if I'm rotating this bed, I can, or if I'm rotating something else, right now it's not working. Great. So let me try again. TB. And this is the type of thing that is still in development, right? So you have to be patient if some of the features are not working. Um, and of course, all feedback is welcome uh, when you face some bugs or something like this. Just please report them and we'll take care of them. I don't know if you have some questions or something like this that you want to ask.
Sure, Mal. So thank you. That's a very helpful demonstration, and I think it's easy to understand and work with. The question I've got, Mal, is there a way to color in the objects at all?
Yes, if you go to the paint mode here, I was just showing you with the cubes, right? But you can also paint, for example, objects like this. For example, here the problem that we have is that this object has 3 or 4 materials. So basically, at the moment, the builder is limited, so it's going to change only the base and not the rest of the materials. So some items work really well, some items don't. So that's what you need to be careful, let's say, or be aware, not careful, just be aware of what's happening.
Absolutely. And okay, Mal, is there any on the cubes? Is there different kind of textures available for the cubes?
I think so. Let me see if that's added. If you go to materials, there is concrete, glass, and wood. So, for example, if I put concrete, glass, and wood, and exit with T, the mode, and then I just go to concrete. So, for example, I can paint these cubes with concrete
Hmm.
or with wood. Let's paint those with wood or glass. But this glass is it's not that nice, but
It gives a sense, I think, of
it gives a sense of glass at least.
exactly. So it feels like there's a people will be able to create kind of content here in a bit more of a detailed way, a bit more of a thoughtful way. Last time it was obviously almost like a demo, right? And it is now, but it's almost like an improved demo. So people should have a lot of fun with this, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what people create. Because last time, even with the kind of just the blocks and the one color, some of the stuff was really cool. So
Yeah, I was amazed with what people could do last time, and like if you take these blocks as pixels, you can do a lot, but you have to be really creative. I will try to do something like a sculpture with cubes, but it'll take me forever.
um, what I'll ask you then, Mal, one last question for you: is this the only place people can build in the Summer Playfest, or is there anywhere else you can build?
No, actually, you're gonna notice that all around the CBD area are new public building areas. They are marked with this color, like a sign color. So all of those are available for the public to start building.
Is that can you quickly show us that?
If I go to fly mode, that I think was with, so let me exit the building mode. Wait. If I exit building mode first, so we don't have that cube there. Okay, so this is the main building area. That is basically when you are spawning into the Cryptoverse, you are spawned around this area for now. So if you want to go quickly to build just behind the information building, behind this guy, you can go to this area where I was doing that demo. But basically, if I scroll real quick out, now you can see that we're not only on the hub, but we're also that we're not only on the CBD area, we're in the whole hub. It's a whole continent with rivers and whatnot. And these are parcels that are for sale, of course, and some are already sold. But these are the areas that we pre-selected where you can build. So there is quite a few all around the hub. You see, like all of those are parcels selected for public building. So any of these guys, you can drive there or walk there and start constructing.